It's been almost 2 months since the school shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde killed 21 people. Over the summer break, schools across the nation have been looking for ways to make their classrooms a little safer and a little more prepared in the event of an emergency. Today, the Crane School District had that top of mind. They were up bright and early to hold an active shooter drill and training. Christina Burgess was there to catch all the action and talk with authorities on hand. Christina, this was pretty much an all hands on deck effort, right?
Well, yeah, Crystal. Homeland Security Investigations, Crane PD, DPS, members of Crane ISD, and many more were in attendance at today's training. The reason they tell me they all came together is that in case something like this does happen in real time, they will know how to react and save lives.
Come on, give me some right now.
What looks like a real-life response to an active shooter inside of this high school is only a simulation that's a part of this active shooter training to train first responders on what to do in case this becomes a reality.
We thought it was important to collaborate with our state and local partners to discuss best practices, lessons learned, to really kind of determine how can we work as a community to prevent these active shooters.
Today's training was set up and ran by Homeland Security Investigations to make sure these officers know what to do.
We want to do everything we can as a federal law enforcement agency, as Homeland Security Investigations, to work with our community to reach out and tell the parents, let the kids know, hey, law enforcement is working on this. We do have a plan to make sure you're safe, because as children, as students, the last thing they should be worried about is their own safety at school.
Today's training was also important to Crane Sheriff Aguilar.
With all the recent incidents, it just seemed that this was a perfect time for this to happen.
Because in events like these, he says officers on all levels will have to come together and act fast.
We want to make sure that our officers are qualified. So I think that the parents can feel confident that, our officers are well trained, and, that's what we're working for. We're working for the safety of the community, the students, the staff. So that's why we do this.
With the safety of students and staff in mind, Superintendent of Schools Stephanie Howard says trainings are an ongoing effort to keep everyone safe and prepared.
We want our parents to feel comfortable sending their kids back to school. We'll be doing training as our teachers come back to work and as our students come back to school. And this will just be an ongoing effort between us and our combined safety and security team with our first responders.
And now, before the school year does start in a couple of weeks, Crane School Board has approved some updates that will be happening. They will have controlled access on campus. They will also be having additional cameras on their campuses. They will also be adding an extra officer to all of their campuses. So that means there will be 2 officers on Crane School campuses. And lastly, they will also be having radios to communicate with first responders in case of an emergency. Reporting in Crane, Christina Burgess, back to you.